What is going on, legends? Juice back with another fun-filled, juicy episode of What the Pixel. That show where we take indie games out for a quick test spin. We kick their virtual tires, we have a look under their virtual hood to see if maybe I want to take them further, maybe you want to take them out for a quick test spin, or if we're going to send it down to the Pixel Devil himself. Today we'll be taking Gunsmith Simulator's DLC Flint and Powder out for a test spin. Hats off to the publisher, the game dev, and keymailer for throwing me this key so I can show all of you at home. And if you do want to check out either Gunsmith Simulator or Gunsmith Simulator's DLC, I will link both in the description box below. Head across to the Steam store page, throw some dollar dues at the game dev, wishlist the game, tell them Juice sent you, they'll have no clue who you talking about, but make sure you support these indie devs wherever and whenever you can. If you want to see more indie action here on the channel or more from What the Pixel, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Now, you're probably wondering, and you're scratching the old noodle, Juice, what is Flint and Powder DLC? Well, I'm about to tell you, champion. Flint and Powder is all about 18th century rifles, muskets, you know, flintlock pistols, all that good stuff, you know, like you're looking at like the Civil War sort of style, you know, you've got like the stick to put the actual powder in, and then you got the little musket balls, that sort of stuff. We're going back to the 18th century, baby, to take these weapons back to its former glory. Like, you know, the good thing about this DLC, you can no longer buy parts for these weapons, so that just makes the thrill of restoring these guns back to their former glory. Now, I've played Gunsmith Simulator, not here on the channel, but over on my TikTok. That is linked in the description box below. So if you do want to see Gunsmith Simulator and my thoughts on that, you can head across to the TikTok and have a look there. I have played through to a point where we can get up to the DLC, so there's no fluff or anything like that. Without further ado, that's enough yapping from me. Let's jump down to the workshop and let's get cracking on another adventure, shall we? Let's go. Okay. Alright, legends, here we are in the workshop. Now, I've got two guns that we're going to work on in Pacific into this video, and they're over here on the PC. And I've paused them. They're here, current job. So we've got a Spanish, I'm not even going to pronounce that word, but yeah, we've got a Spanish pistol here. And we've also got Grandpa's treasure right here. He's got a rifle. So we're gonna do the Spanish one first, and then we're gonna do Grandpa's rifle. I'm also gonna take him down to the firing range, and we're gonna test these bad boys out once we restore them. So let's restore. Let's do this one first, and we'll go over here and we'll get cracking. So this little guy, yes, it's a piece of history. Look at this thing. Look at it. Imagine walking around like 18th century London and you're popping one of these bad boys, you know, like, you'd be the talk of the town, you know. I can just imagine like 18th century like prostitutes in like London, streets of London, just carrying one of these bad boys around. All right, let's start work. Let's take it. Look at it. Oh, it's so good. Okay, here we go. So let's pull it down. This is what I like about Gunsmith Simulator as well. Like, there's a lot of simulation games out there that a lot of them don't give you that hands-on experience. They do it all for you, most of them. Gunsmith Simulator absolutely redefines what a simulation game is. It throws you into the action. You've got to pull these guns apart, and you've got to put them back together. You've got to, you know, grind the parts. You've got to oil the parts. You've got to buy new parts that, you know, you need them. Like, I just think that it's a great game. And if you haven't played it, either the base game or the DLC, absolutely worth throwing some dollar dues at it, 100%. And there's a new DLC coming out very soon with like army guns. So these stuff here, this is all rusted, this is all dirty, and this stuff is all good. So yeah, there's a new DLC coming out very soon. It's been announced, and it's all like your Desert Eagles and like all that army sort of stuff. All right, so we can clean or we can go to the grinder. Let's go to the grinder first. Let's have a look at these bad boys. Okay, confirm. Let's turn it on. And let's get grinding. See, this is what I mean. Redefining what a simulator is. Throws you into the action, and you've got to actually clean up these parts yourself. Who doesn't want that in a game? And this is by published by Playway, and they're pretty good. They're a pretty good publisher. They do some pretty decent games. What I don't like in the simulation genre at the moment is that you will find that there's a lot of repetition in what games are on the market at the moment. Someone will come up with a good idea, and then there's like 50 to 40 companies that will produce the same thing, identical or not, to that idea that someone else has sort of already produced. So you will find that in the sim genre at the moment. There's nothing wrong with that. Most of them don't go anywhere, but they ride on the coattails of other people's ideas. Not a prime example, but you've got the new lawsuit that's happening with Schedule 1 at the moment, and Drug Dealer Sim is suing the solo dev because he apparently copied their game, their UI and like the plot and some other things. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous that a bigger publisher is going to go after a solo dev. I think that's dumb of them, and rightfully so. They are getting review bombed on their Steam game, and they sort of brought that on themselves, to be fair. Okay, so now let's put this back together. Okay, so we've got to oil up some parts. Let's flip it, and we're going to oil in the hole there. We've got to lube the hole up. We're not going to lube the hole up. There, thank you. Okay. The camera can be really tedious as well. You got to sort of get that right spot. See how it zooms right in, and then you got to sort of zoom out. That part? Maybe it's the top half. Top half? Let's zoom in. Let's zoom right in. Let's get like the front view. I think it's... Oh, it's there. Is it there? We can also push... I think it's control. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you push control, it'll show you what you need to... You got to oil up. Flip it. There we go. Cranking it now. And then it's like that undertone just there. One more. And there we go. All right, let's put this bad boy. Now, if you also hold control as well when you're putting these guns together, it will show you what parts you've got to actually put together as well. But you sort of just got to follow the trend. It will tell you what not to put together, what to put together, what part needs to go on first. Very, very well done. And this is going to be badass when we take it down to the firing range. All right, let's put that bit in there. And these old guns, there's not really much. Like, some of them can be very complex, but a lot of them are just pretty straightforward. Okay. We're missing them. Oh, there, that part right there. And put the screw in, and that's it. Finish work. All right, so we got two options. We can go to the firing range, or we can send it back to the customer. And you know what option we're going to go for, champions? We're going down to the good old firing range, and we're going to go test this old Bertha out. We're going to go shooting range. Okay. You can also do a course, and you run around, and you got to shoot like little cutouts of like baddies, and it times you. I don't know if they got a leaderboard. I know there's like achievements based around it. Okay. You can also shoot watermelons here, but I don't know where you can actually activate that. I've only just used sort of targets. We better get the ones that are really close. Okay. Can we get a bullseye, champions? Can we? All right, here we go. That's it. Load it. Brace. Man, that was close. All right, let's... Look at this, ready? Old school. This is how they used to do it back in the 1800s. You know, powder, musket ball, stick. So good. How good is that? Let's see where I shot. Look at that. That is pretty damn close. You know what I'm going to do? I'm Gonna do this. And I still missed. That is shocking. All right, let's reload this again just because it's so good. It would be a pain. You got like one shot to like kill a baddie. And if you didn't get the good shot, okay, just hold the battle for like a couple of seconds. We've got to refill our musket or pistol. That would be a pain. All right. Let's send it back. And let's get on to Grandpa's rifle. I don't know if Grandpa's rifle is old school. We're going to get it out. Let's get it out. Yes. Thank you. All right, let's send this back to the customer. Look at that. That is so good. Yeah. All right. Look at that. We also leveled up. Okay. And we're proficient in this pistol now. Okay. Let's go and spend our point. So we got one to spend. We could probably do one in... We could do this, actually. We could do the grinder. Yeah. Let's do one in the grinder. Alright. So we've done that. Alright. Let's get the next. Is there any... Okay, we've only got the 2 new old jobs there. So we've done that. Let's send that back. Ooh. We've got a new one just here. The Danish. No. We're going to do... Let's do Grandpa's rifle. And let's have a look at what we're dealing here. Let's have a look. Yes. Look at the box of it. The case. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, brother. It's a Polish flintlock rifle from the 18th century. Manufactured at the Royal Manufacturer in Kazakh. By the... Okay. It's German. That's a German rifle right there, my friends. I actually butchered the name of that German company, but that's okay. Alright. So let's start pulling this bad boy apart. I can't wait to take this bad boy down to the firing range. This thing is going to be so sick. Yeah. Like I said, new DLC coming out. I don't know when, but they did announce it. So that's going to be like all Desert Eagles and like your sort of army sort of attire. What else? That's got to come out. The rod. That needs to come out as well. And that. It does give you a list of what you need to sort of pull out. And like I said, you can hold control. And it will actually highlight what you need to do. Okay. There's a jaw screw. Okay. Let's hold control. Oh, that. Okay, that makes sense. And there's something here as well. Okay, the back. What else? Oh, yeah, that. Okay, that's got to come out as well. There you go. Okay, so we got broken. So we got to buy new ones here. Some of these will be able to buy parts for. A lot of them you won't be able to buy parts for. This is missing as well, so we're going to have to buy these. This is beyond repair, so we're going to have to... Okay, and we got to clean these ones up, and these are all good. Okay. So, let's head to the computer, and let's buy some stuff. So, what do let's go... See if they got any parts. They do. All right, what do we need? We need the butt plate. Right there. So we'll buy that. Put that in there. We need the brindle. We need the top jaw. Where's the top jaw? Right there. That's the top jaw. We need the flint. Where's the flint? There's the flint. And we need the cap, which is the end one here. So we've got all those in our shopping basket. Let's go up here. And let's buy those. And we'll exit out of the computer and we'll go and get these parts and we'll unbox them. Beautiful. And now let's clean up these parts that we need to clean up. So let's confirm that. Alright, let's clean it up. And we can rotate with just your WASD keys. That was one shiny piece right there, my friends. 100% worth the money, this game. Look at it. Comes up so shiny. Yes. Alright, there we go. We cleaned a total of 100 weapon parts. Yeah, we did. Okay. So now we've got to replace these with the new parts that we bought. So let's do that real quick. And there was one more piece that we bought. This one. This right here. The butt. Okay. Anything? Oh, and this little piece down here. There. We need to replace that as well. Okay. Oh, we need to oil some parts now. So let's do that. Let's zoom in. I zoomed out like a crazy man. So let's zoom in. We need a WASD. We need a WASD. We need a WASD. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. The oiling job that I've done on this gun is second to none. Second to none. Alright, let's do this. Okay. So let's put that on first. Screw that in. Put this on. Bang. Beautiful. Okay. Put that in. Screw it in. That needs to go in as well. So does that. Screw that in. Then this. Screw that in. This. Screw it in. Man, there's some parts on this gun. That needs to be done there. Flip that in. Screw that in. That there too. Flip that in there. Oh, that needs to go in first. That there. Okay. What else? Let's have a look. Oh, that piece right there. Should be the last. Grandpa's gun is done. Oh, we got to go. You know what we got to do, champions. We got to go try this out at the firing range. All right, let's go. This is going to be sick. Like, full on going to be sick. And we got a few more guns, 18th century, as well. Oh, look at this bat. It's so shiny now. What's over here? This is the random barbecue. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's put 50 meters maybe? No, we'll go the front ones. Okay. Hold a breath. Okay. Oh. That is dead. Not dead center, but that's a bullseye, my friends. Look at that. All right, let's see what this reload's like. Look at this animation. This right here is poetry in motion right here. Look at it. And then you got to put a bit of the, you got to put the gunpowder in. And then the flint goes over the top. And that's it. I got a bullseye. Oh, we'll go one more. Oh, there's side ones too. Okay, one more for the boys. Not bad. All right, let's quickly reload it. Like I said, wouldn't it suck to have to do this in battle every time you needed to reload a gun? Like, for realsy. All right. Hurry up and do your crap. It even puts the stick away. How cool is that? All right. And we're off to the workshop. Send that back to Grandpa. And I'll give my verdict. My stern opinion of Gunsmith Simulator and its DLC. Oh, we're going to get the gun out. That's right. Don't forget to bring the gun back out. Alright. That is a magnificent weapon right there, my friends. It really is. Alright. Didn't quite level up, but we are proficient in it, which is good. So, see what other guns we can do right now. Let's send that back, because we might need that to go to the auction and buy something. See, we can buy some cool guns here. That Luger, that looks like a German Luger from like Call of Duty. That looks sick. Alright, let's go here. Let's see what people want. The M4 carbine would be sick. Mac 10 overhaul. Frickin' Uzi. That is sick. This is the only 18th century gun left on my list. The Spanish pistol. And I'm pretty sure we only just did one of those. Alright. Well, that's where I'm going to leave Gunsmith Simulator DLC, Flint and Powder. What did I think? I think this game, if you're into simulation games, you know, pulling guns apart, then going to test the old rifles or even the new sort of gun style, trust me, you will have at least hours of fun in this game. Even if this game is not on sale and you have to pay full dollar dues for it, I recommend heading across and checking it out. I don't know if there's a demo on the Steam store page anymore, but worth every bloody cent. So go and check them out. That link is in the description. But like always, my name is Juice. Say hello to your mum for me. Keep squeezing those pixels. Make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you got this far. And until next time we pull a musket apart, I will see you bloody then, legends.